Afternoon. So, let's finish this big guy. He's been on the paint table far too long. So I'm going to get some of this, bit of mixing medium, or even glazing medium I should say. A couple of dobs of that, so it's a 1-to-1. Hey, afternoon guys. Yeah, it should be. Getting finally finished. Right. It's just a nice real thin paint. I'm going to go back over some of these boils. Because we lost part of the detail when we were using the pigments. So we should pick some of these back out again. I've not finished the base, but might be able to spray it before the end of this, so it's all made and dry. Just need to get him finished off. Yeah, I should be able to spray it later this afternoon. Just tidying up some of these boils where the pigment went on them. Yeah, I should be glad to have him finished. Just add some of that yellow back into these boils. Build them up a touch, get some more blood red wash. Should only need one quick pass. Hopefully. Got plenty of medium on it. I was thinking maybe I should have done the pigments before I did the boils, but the green's actually adding to what I'm doing. It's giving it all a nice grimy look. It's the benefit of working with really thin paints. Just play with the transparency, get the previous colour showing through. Might as well grab these ones as well.
How is it 8 AM already? The kids are only half dressed. Joe's practicing the recorder. You still haven't made beds, brushed hair, found matching socks, or rehearsed your presentation.
There we go.
With that headache you woke up with, Panadol Extra Advance. It's up to 30.
It's just building that yellow back up again,
relief than standard
but
paracetamol.
still having some of that green show through.
Matching socks are boring anyway. Panadol Extra Advance tablets. Contains paracetamol. Always read the label.
Good question. Once all the details are how they should look, so where I went over with the green pigment, it's added some of that green to these boils. Which just needs the yellow building back up. Then I'm going to do the metallics, finish off the flail, the other arm. I need to do some pinks on the blood. But then we're pretty much there. I guess you just got to draw a line in the sand. Just building some of this yellow back up. Loads of glazing medium in with the paint, because we want all those rich browns and greens to show through. It's okay, because we can go around with a little splash of red wash again afterwards. It's just getting that yellow look back to them. There we go. It's okay if some of them stay a bit more green. And this is the fun part of painting the model, when you're just doing the details. This is where all the hard work with thin layers of glazes over many layers really helps. See, we're just building that yellow back up again. Doesn't take much. Then we'll go back over with some of that high key yellow. Just the light a minute. That's better. It's positively cooking today. Really humid. So we're just going back through, touching up each boil, getting that pale yellow look back. Just important to keep the paint really thin. Okay, now we need to get on top of him. Just trying to get a camera angle for you guys. It's got a lot to do up here. It's just trying to take a small amount of that green away. But not much paint on the brush. Loads of medium in the paint that is there. And it should just let us carefully introduce that yellow back. Give the brush a quick wash. Not sure if you can see it on camera, but it is colour shifting them back into the yellows, taking some of that green away. Just catch those details. This little cluster of boils here. Go back and do a second coat on these. We'll get the group next to them as well. Just gets that interest back on them. Same with these ones. There we go, it's looking good. Can't wait to have them off my paint table. Gonna find something with a lot of colour next. Thinking of working up some Zinch, guys. Just building that yellow back. It's these small details that will make all the difference. There we go. Maybe we'll need to go over with the wash again. But then at least they're done. Done? Trying to catch all that area. This will take some building up. I quite like them looking a bit greener down near the bottom. I'm reasonably happy with how this is looking. Maybe just build that up a touch. Definitely down here on the foot. So how are you today, Jossman? We'll go back over here, do the second coat on these ones on the front. See, it just brings that belly back to life a bit. Obviously catch these ones. It's the one downside to pigments. Even delicately applied, they make an awful mess. Looking forward to getting him off his base, or even on his base, I should say. Get this can off of him. If anything, the can's starting to hinder more than help at the minute, which isn't good. So like I said, we'll go back in with some high key yellow, just pick out some dots. Back to playing the hunting boils game. I'll go back in over this as well. I'm not worried about being too careful. For me, it's just getting the green tint off the very tips of them. So it's much like we did the first time, but much easier. So I'm not too worried about a bit of green staying there. So I'll go back through in a second. We'll mix some of that army paint to wash together. That'll finish these off nicely. That's just a case of checking for ones we've missed. Checking how the boils are looking. I want some of them to stay green in colour, but others like this one definitely need to be picked out again. Just building that
There are
back
so
up
many
again.
reasons why I got into teaching.
One of the best things is the light bulb moment.
When you see a pupil suddenly understand something, that's really, really special.
Every child is so full of potential, and the thing that makes me proudest to be a teacher is seeing them realise what they are capable of.
Make it all worthwhile in a
Any
minute.
other job can give you the same satisfaction.
That's why I chose to teach.
You could get £26,000 tax-free to train. Search, apply to teach. Selected subjects only, subject to eligibility.
Except that one's still quite green. I did not want to do that. Easily fixed. Okay. These boils are pretty much back to where we needed them to be. Just by reintroducing that nice yellow. Goes well with the green pigments we used. Okay. Just looking for ones I've missed. Or ones that need building up a little bit more. That's better. There we go. Got the ones into their armpit. Looking forward to the next bit. We're going to get some metallics going. Get that sword finished off and decide whether we're going to use some rusting effects on it or not. I'm a bit torn. I quite like how the burnt looks is at the minute. But I'm willing to be convinced. There we go. Let's pick these boils out. All its nurgly goodness. Might as well grab these ones. Okay. Yeah, under the armpit. Good shout. Just touching those in. Remembering to move the brush where you want the light most to settle. Really does work with the thin paint doing it that way. Just building those details up again, but it's worth it because you can really see the green. When I take some photos when it's finished, you'll see clear what I'm on about. You're new to this stream, welcome. On this sunny, humid Sunday afternoon. No harm in building that little bit up again. Okay. Oh, there's some more. They are good at hiding, that's for sure. God, that one looks a painful one. I've got a nice colour to line in around the edges of these swollen areas. Should look good. Just neutralise some more of that green, build that yellow back up on these ones. Down here, always moving the brush towards where the light's going to settle. These need some attention. There we go. Important to chill, keep moving around. I'll just decide what to do about those 3 bits there. I'm not happy just leaving that. Not at all. There we go. I'm going to mix up a wash and work on those intestines. Just let that dry a moment. I've got to remember where I put my bottle caps. Spent all yesterday cleaning, and in typical fashion, clever places I put things in that probably weren't quite so clever. I've been losing things for weeks now. It's always the way. If you're new to the channel, welcome. We're just painting up the grey Unclean one. We're pretty much at the finish line. You can see the metallics here on his sword. Build up the edges around here and add some highlights to the fat. But he's starting to look pretty mean. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Just seen some that were doing their best to hide. I'm sure these caught me out the first time around. There we go. Nice thin coats of paint. They keep hiding from me. There we go. Naughty boils. That's pretty much these fixed. God, it's so warm today. It's nice to have the place to myself and to do some painting. Thank you, children's party. There we go, we just touched them out because the yellow really does contrast well with that green. Another quick layer there. It's just neutralising that green a little. There we go. I'm liking how it's looking. Build up that boily goodness there. Down and round. There we go. Look a little bit more on that green. There we go. It's just so relaxing. Good little bit of dance music. Good models and nice paints. Sun shining. No children. Hurrah! Okay, we'll do a second coat on these little bits here that we got a moment ago. Ooh, on the feet as well. Hiding. The best thing about this model is so many details. I guess it's also the worst thing about this model. Just try and neutralise that overrun a bit. There we go. Sorry if I'm going quiet. I'm doing that concentrating thing that I sometimes do with my tongue stuck out. Like a giant plankton eater. Wouldn't really want to catch anything coming off of this guy, that's for sure. Just so many details. Still amazes me. I compare back to the models of the 90s. There we go. Let them dry a moment. Shouldn't take too long for that to finish drying off. In fact, why don't we make a crack on the intestines? Just need to find my purple tone. It's here somewhere. Perfect. We'll have some of that, we'll have some of that. And where are you, black tone or dark tone? There we go. Whoosh. Good healthy amount of the purple. Cooking up way too much for what I need, but why not? Mix that together. See what we're playing with. Maybe some more dark tone. Maybe. Can't hurt. Take the detail back out, and we'll probably end up looking exactly how it looked the other day. I'm sorely tempted to be really lazy and just use my mixing brush. So I think I might actually just be really lazy and use my mixing brush. Okay. Good healthy coating of this dark purple mix we've made. And we'll find a nice red base to highlight from. It doesn't matter if it goes dark. In fact, in reality, it might have been better sticking the intestines we did have. They stuck out like a sore thumb. Just grab around there. There's no harm. No harm at all. We have got the gloss varnish on there from sealing the pigments in, so it's flowing to the recesses nice. Don't want it pulling that much down there. Definitely not. Grab that round. Make sure that it's down there, that's good. Okay. We are getting somewhere. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's a lovely sunny afternoon. Try and get that light a bit better for you. Yeah, that's looking a bit better. You can see what we've done with those boils, bringing them back out again. We're going to use probably this Kalahari orange to highlight around the edges here. What I'm going to do is just make sure there's no huge bubbles in what we've done here. It's taken some time, but I got my setup here working a lot better. It's just less prep time to get these streams going. And the camera isn't in the way, which is really helpful. So just gonna let the watch do the hard work for us there. You can see how he's taking shape. Move that out the way. Let him sit down for a minute. If you're liking what you're seeing, don't forget to hit the follow button. Stream 3 nights or 3 days a week, so we do Sunday afternoon, Thursday nights, Friday nights. After this Unclean one, I'm thinking of doing some inch models, undecided which ones yet. Just fancy getting some colour down on the table, other than these greens and browns and nurgly goodness. So, not too much more left to do. We've got to get some pinks in on the flesh that's exposed. We'll edge around with some of that nice Kalahari orange to pick out the edges of the skin where these gaps are showing. And then it's on to the metallics, and then he's done. It's good to have you with me if it's the first time you've joined the channel. If you have any questions, anything at all, let me know. Just taking a moment whilst the wash dries. Filthy habits, I'm sat here vaping. So it could take a little while, so what we'll do in a minute, we'll go back round, just maybe touch up a little bit more on those boils. Mix up a dark red blood wash and just make sure they're edged in okay. At the moment, I'm pouring myself a nice cold glass of Fanta because it's absolutely cooking in here. Absolutely cooking. Got the cat next to me and she looks like she's about ready to jump in a bucket of water or something. She gave me a big sigh. Don't blame her. Not used to this, it's probably our summer. 3 days of... Oh, hello, Cryptech. So the metal, it was a combination of dark metal from scale 75 and some inks. So I used a chestnut ink, some black ink, and I used another ink as well, if I can find it. Now I'm really scratching my head. But that's how it's looking. So it's basically a base of metallic and then edged in with some inks. Just shot through the airbrush. You could easily do it with brush as well. Just focusing on the darker spots being in the recesses. And then some dark tone over the top. Just waiting for the intestines to dry at the minute. Hey, thank you for the follow. Definitely play around with inks. I used to avoid them quite a bit because they are really strong, but you can do some interesting things with them. So we're just tidying up some of these boils after the pigments we applied. Yeah, I'm up for a straw poll on the 2-inch models next. So I've got a box of Arkanites, Pink Horrors, Blue Horrors, and a Lord of Change. They're all looking at me. I will get a poll set up. We're just going to touch on the top of these with some high key yellow in a minute. Keep reminding myself I need to avoid the intestines that are loaded with wash. Sorry for this angle up here. So you went to Games Workshop or Miniatures or anything, Cryptech? "13 years? Fantastic. I'm guessing you're into your Necrons." Hey, thank you for the follow, Ginger Mini Painter. Welcome to the channel. You join me as we're just finishing up this great Unclean one. I say finishing up, there's still quite a bit to do, probably enough to fill this whole stream, to be fair. We've got the metallic still to do. Once this wash is dried on these intestines, we've got those to go in and edge up. Hey, thanks Ginger Mini Painter. Are you into miniatures and wargaming? Thank you for the follow, Peter Sill. I might have completely butchered your name there, in which case I apologise. Welcome to the channel. If you're interested in how we got to this stage, it's basically all built up from a base of scale colour Iroko, which I can find it. So that was the basis for the skin. To get the greens introduced, it was a combination of some green tone from Army Painter, and we used some green pigments. I think it was primarily sewage muck from Secret Weapon Miniatures, which really added that pop to it, but it was the solid base of the Iroko that let us get to where we are now. Just touching up some details whilst we wait for different bits to dry. Ah, fantastic. What colour are you going to go for your Death Guard? Dark Imperium box is so good. I still got my Primaris Marines to... I couldn't say that for a minute then. I still got my Primaris Marines to go through and do. I'm torn with which chapter to go for. So your Death Guard, are they going to be Heresy era white, or are you going to go green? Okay, now we need some high key yellow. If I can find it. What have I done with my high key yellow? It was literally here a moment ago. Isn't that always the way? Perfect, found it. Ah, very light green. Yeah, I like the green look. I was torn with what to do. So we're just using some Lancian Games high key yellow. Just off bone white with a hint of yellow. She's by my glazing medium, there we go. I love Death Guard, such a strong army. But I tell you, this stand, it's going to catch me out very soon. I keep knocking it, and it seems to happen more the closer I get to finishing him. So this almost white yellow just lets us pick out the tops. It should be pretty quick where we've already gone through and done it once. Ah, polished whiplash, yeah, it's a nice colour. I don't know, that does sound really good. It's just so much fun you can have with the Nurgle models. I've just about got my Death Guard army to 2,000 points. It's taken me a fair old while. Just catch these edges. If you're interested in how my Death Guard look, over on colourwar.com I've got some army showcase pictures up. So we're just introducing a small amount of this high key yellow, just picking out the very edges, or the very peaks. Oh, Mars theme would be nice. If you go with reds and browns, definitely recommend getting some of the Vallejo pigments. You can do some crazy things with them. A lot of the colour that was introduced onto this model was pigment based, which, whilst it's really messy, you can have some really good fun. Once my wife doesn't hear, to be honest, the messy part's the fun bit. This high key yellow is just finishing it off nicely. It's quite repetitive at this stage. But it does make all the difference. Right on the very tip of those, you can see, or hopefully you can see, what it's doing. Yeah, it's the best bit about pigments. It's great cracking them out and just going wild with the colours. Not too many more to go. And miraculously I've managed to avoid touching these intestines. Normally my big grubby mitt would have gone in at least once. Again up here, just picking out the edges with the white. I say white, high key yellow. Try and get a better angle for you guys. And again on this shoulder over here. Just add some variety to the different boils. Try and catch the very top of that one. There we go. I'm getting a lot happier with how that's starting to look. Another quick layer there. I'll catch the edges of these ones as well. That's a very good question. Depends what I'm doing with them. So, usually I spray on some pigment binder. Where is my pigment binder? Yeah, I just use Vallejo pigment binder. But with this guy, I just use a gloss varnish. So I've been working with a lot of pigments and washes. And really fragile paints in the scale colour. I think it's got 2 layers of gloss varnish on it now, but I've just been locking in different areas as I finish them to get to where he is right now. But it's definitely worth experimenting with pigments. And I applied these dry with a makeup brush, but you can have good success with adding some water to them. Yeah, that's a good shout, Ginger Mini Painter. So the reason I don't usually mind too much whether it's matte or gloss. So the scale colour that I've mostly used on the guy, they're all super matte, which is a take it or leave it look. But once I finish the model, I'll do 2 coats of gloss varnish, 1 coat of matte varnish, and it usually hides any problems like that and pulls it all together a bit. The hardest thing is making sure to take the highlights 1 level higher, because that amount of varnish does knock it down a touch. So you've almost got those intestines dry. Get those done, and then you'll be on to the metallics. Just finishing them off because there's a few bits where we've connected it, like up here, that hasn't been painted. The bottom of the sword over here. But we're pretty much a touch-up stage with him, and then it's on to working out what to do next. But yeah, pigments are definitely good fun. I was half tempted to ask the wife to put it on, using makeup brushes and all, but yeah, just case of spreading them out and being pretty sparing with them. It's worked out okay on him. I am going to mix up some of that dark red blood wash. That's if I can find where I've just put my lids. There we go. Airbrushed on Cryptek, sorry. I went off into my one little monologues and forgot to actually answer you. Airbrush. I mean, you can brush it. But if you're going to do that, it's just being careful with where you're pushing the pigments to, and you will get a slightly different look. I guess the other option is just get a rattle can of gloss or matte varnish. Ah, that's not a bad shout, Mini Painter. I could probably do with giving that a go. I do like the dusty, chalky look. So we're just mixing this in. We're going to go around some of those boils, just make sure they look their bloody disgusting best. Yeah, that's looking good. Challenge 2, finding my wash brush. Oh dear, I wish I hadn't cleaned up yesterday now. It's completely thrown me. Trying to add some definition back in around these boils. That's why I'm going back in with another pass of this, just on some of them. I've still got the nipples to do as well, but now I keep missing them. Just using a magic finger. Nothing beats a shortcut. Yeah, that dusty look is fantastic. I'm going to give your matte varnish a go, because I just immediately reached for the gloss. It's good that I went round up here actually, so I can do that. Drag that colour up a bit. Thank you, my finger. Just trying to let them swallow out the skin as much as possible. Checking out the handiwork. Once this is done, that's the boils complete. Something else I thought of I need to do is the little tentacles that are popping out all over the place. And his nipples. We'll catch these down here. Hey, how's it going, Joss man? Hey, not a problem, Joss man. It's good to have you here. I think there might be one up near the top, Joss man. But really, you don't have to be doing that. I was going to be painting anyway. So might as well whack the camera on and attach some people. See, I want that really thin on the pigment there. There we go. Hey, thanks, Ginger Mini Painter. It's like the old GW paint scheme, but where they don't do the paints anymore, I went with the Vallejo colours, which is a combination of bleach bone. I think it's the primary colour behind it, and there's like a version of bubonic brown. I think it's like bubonic brown. So now I need to find my heavy metal. Or black metal. There we go. That'll be a start. Do I want to do that first? No. What am I doing? Let's try some of this Kalahari orange. It's a really easy scheme to pull off. A lot of it just relies on the wash mix. You can put pigments in with it and all kinds of stuff. It's good fun. Let's see how this looks. Trying to work out if that's light enough for me. Yeah, I think it is. It'll be subtle, but I like subtle. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I was trying to think. I saw a... Who was it? It was someone on Instagram did that colour scheme. And it was an old flashback model, you know, the ones with the curvy backpacks and everything. And I thought, I need some of that. I definitely needed some of that. Feels strange to be edging around this in orange. Yeah, that white colour scheme, it's really forgiving. I've had good fun painting them up like that. Hello, Sally. I've probably butchered your name, I'm sorry. It's good to have you with us. We're literally on the home straight with the Unclean one. Oh, fantastic, Cryptech. What colours did you use in your scheme for the pale colour? Oh, fantastic. Yeah, no, I think the pale green is nice. I was always planning a bit of a Nurgle suit, so that did influence me going with the pale white, so I could have the green to the demons contrasting. But to be honest, you could do it the other way around. If you wanted to have contrast. I've seen some fantastic great Unclean ones and demons put together with a white colour. Ah. Yes, please. Yes, I need to go double check. I've been a bit all over the place this week in terms of my Instagram and keeping up with what everyone's up to. It's been one of those hectic weeks in work, which is never ideal. Oh, I'm definitely going to add you. I'll go have a look in a minute. So just picked out those edges with Kalahari Orange. It's definitely made them stand out and pop a bit more. So many of these cuts all over it. I'm sure I could just hear two cats fighting. Brilliant. Every time I forget how awful scale colour tastes. I am a brush licker. Not the cleverest thing to do, but my word, do these taste awful. I'll definitely get Instagram open in a minute. Just going to finish tracing around the edges with this orange. Yeah, Instagram is fantastic. I get so many of my ideas from people on Instagram. Think back to when I first started this hobby, geez. The only way of doing it was going to a tournament. Sorry if I'm going quiet, I'm doing that thinking thing again. Tongue stuck out, looking rather strange. Doesn't need to be all around, and we've got some medium in with it, so it's flowing where we need it. Oh, you can say that again, Ginger Mini Painter. So many cool people willing to share ideas, share the things they've been working on. Hey, thank you for the follow, Infernus. Welcome to the channel. Oh, Zombicide, what a game. Oh, fantastic. Fellblades are brilliant models. What paints are you using? What colour scheme are you going for? I've heard very good things about Zombicide. When did Zombicide come out? I'm trying to remember now. Oh, Simon, they do some fantastic models. There we go, locking in some of those details. Although admittedly it is looking incredibly orange. No, I don't know, it's working. We'll stick with it. Definitely needed something. $2012. Oh, okay.
There are so many reasons.
There's just so many things to try and keep up with. This, I've got some Infinity Armies that are queued up, ready to be painted.
That's really, really special.
And there's always been Games Workshop.
So full of potential, and the thing that makes me proudest
Just amazes me how much it's changed since the 90s.
Realise what they are capable of.
I don't think any other job can give you the same satisfaction.
That's why I chose to teach.
You could get £26,000 tax-free to train. Search, apply to teach. Selected subjects only, subject to eligibility.
Oh. Fighting with the size of them again. What's in the Green Horde? Yeah, no, I've seen loads about that. There are literally cafes popping up everywhere. I certainly know it's taken off big in America at the minute. Ah, I love orcs. So I'm just fighting with the size of them at the minute. Giants and Dragons. Have you got any links? quite liking this Kalahari orange. Yeah, of course you can post it. It'd be great to have a look. Right, let's have a look. Put the big guy down a minute. Just having a quick look. Man, they look nice. That Orc Abomination, jeez, what a model. I'm just looking at all the Abominations and stuff. Wow. Those are some really, really good sculpts. Look at that giant. Man, that looks very, very nice. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes open for that. What great sculpts they are. You're gonna have a blast painting them up. Really impressive.
At DFS, sofas are always handmade to order in your choice
That's
of
better.
colour. And this bank holiday weekend, all spring collection sofas are up to half
Bit of brightness to those eyes. It's been bothering me for
4 years interest-free
a couple of days.
So whether you choose to have
Yeah, that zombie side. Wow, I need to.
blue, lilac, grey, cream, black.
Is it available anywhere generally, or is it like Kickstarter exclusive?
You're sure to be tickled pink. Come and find your happy colour at DFS. Selected sofas end soon.
Let's move that out the way temporarily. I'm going to take a moment, have a breather. I have got a filthy habit. There, those eyes look a little bit better now. Now I need to find where my dark reds are. See what we can do. See what we can do. Probably go from deep red. Yeah, why not? Bring some reds back into it. Okay. I am definitely going to have to check it out because those sculpts look fantastic. Okay, thanks for tuning in, Dustman. Okay, let's work on some of these fat spots. Hey, not a problem at all, Ginger Mini Painter. If you see me online, hop in, say hello anytime. It's been great having you with me. Oh, you're definitely right there, Cryptech. Those sculpts. It's always fun doing these last details. Or it is when you don't make a complete mess of it like I just did. Which wasn't the best move.
Edinburgh, or a decorator in Derby. There's a local hero for that. It's easy to book a trusted tradesperson.
Nothing that can't be fixed with a little bit of spit.
And all work comes with a 12-month guarantee backed by British Gas. Whatever the job, there's a local hero for that. Join the thousands across the UK who've already used a local hero. Search local heroes.
It's going to take a while to bring the yellow back in here. It's okay, there's no rush. Just build the layers up same as we've done everywhere else. Get some of that yellow showing on the edges again. Hey Snorlaxle. Oh, the Dark Imperium box set's fantastic. What chapter are you going to go with? Blood Angels. Yeah, great chapter. Hey, thank you for the follow. Oh, Blood Angel. Yeah, no, really, really nice reds on Blood Angels. Your airbrush exploded. It's not good. Was it old or? I really didn't want to do that. Easily hidden. Oh, right through the centre of the brush, that's not good. You are right though. I mean, part of the reason why I went through glazing this is I've not glazed something in a while. And I originally went for the airbrush look and thought, no, I better try and sharpen my skills. That's not good. What type of airbrush was it? I've not tried Badger. I've got a Wata and a Harder Steenbeck. I've heard good things about some of the Badgers though. I mean, to get 2 years good use out of one, that's not bad. You're going to replace it with a like for like? It's not good. I've got a HPC. It's fine for base coating. I had to get the Harder and Steenbeck for the detail. Sorry for going silent in spells here. It's a head down concentrate moment. What am I using to hold the model? It's a can of deodorant. So I'd normally use rods and poles or whatever else to hold it, but with the size of it underneath, it was a case of finding something to be able to turn them around with, and luckily the old sensitive protect, it went right up. Hey, no, thank you for tuning in, Mary. It's been good to have you with us this afternoon. It's really tough getting this bit right. Didn't want to do that. Where's my red? There's my red. Yeah, definitely try the game out. It's a good laugh. Blood Angel's a good force. Just taking a quick drink a moment. Just looking at where else I've got the fat to build up. Try and get a good angle for you. Don't want to cut in too heavy. Yeah, it's a Nurgle Demon, big great Unclean one. So if you're going to run like a Nurgle soup army, you can have the demons with the Death Guard. It makes quite a tasty list. To be honest, in game turns, the great Unclean one doesn't have masses of use because he's so slow. The enemy can almost ignore him. But it's one of those iconic Nurgle models you just got to have. And the new sculpt is really, really good. So we're just running the brush where the light would settle. Sadly not. He's a really big, fat, slow-walking, hard-to-kill bullet magnet. So you can just chuck him in the front, and he's got so many wounds and such good toughness, he should be able to stomach a lot of hits. But I wouldn't say it's a competitive model. It depends on the game type, but you can just completely bypass him. Which isn't ideal when you put, what, 400 points down into a model. Hey, thank you so much, Snorlaxel. It's all just a process. Literally paint by numbers. but a very big paint by numbers. It's just one of those things, just push yourself with every single model. That's all I try and do. Try something new. I often stalk around Instagram to see what other people are doing when they're painting similar models. And then add your own spin on it. Just pick out some of these fatty details. Sorry about the camera angle, I'm fighting to get it good for you. Why there's so much medium in this paint, it's really forgiving. Oh, fantastic. How old are your kids? I started my little girl off with painting. She's, well, only just 5. For me, it was just fun watching her add her own crazy Barbie colour mix onto a Smog Riders model. She chose it and everything. It's good to have that daddy-child time. (2016 and 7). Ah, okay. Barbie Star Wars Slash, fantastic. It's great to let him go. But yeah, Marines are a good laugh. I can't remember if I asked you, Snorlax, so was it Blood Angels? It's probably very similar to the age that I got into the hobby. It's how long have you been into it, Snorlax, or is it just a recent thing? I was seeing those rumours about new Slanesh on their way, possibly. Oh, it's the best place to be, Snorlaxle. Well, it's all new and fresh. Best thing is, if you want to find a nice group of people that aren't tryhards, you can have some really good laughs in games. A few cold beers, throw some dice around, admire each other's models. Love it. Really, really good. I remember back when it was all new for me. I think it was probably the main standout memory after Epic was the second edition of 40k, and I remember they look terrible now, the models that came in it, but just having all those orcs and space marines, and yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, Cryptek. I'm trying to think who it was that was saying it. Could be Kirioth, maybe. I think there was some pictures or some teased pictures around like a hooked claw, and it didn't look like a Tyranid claw. And I could be completely wrong. Maybe it's a new Tyranid, but it didn't look like a Tyranid. Actually, I'm going to dry brush that bit. Yeah, an army ace playing with your brother. It's most people that are into it are really, really top people. It's just when you get the try-hard, sweaty people, sweaty in the way they play, I mean. I've always just been about having a good time. What we caught on the end of the brush. There we go, that's better. Just want to pick the details out on these little rolls of fat.
3, 2, 1, hey.
There's loads of medium in with the paint, so it's pretty forgiving. Sure thing, Sol Axel. Catch you in a bit. Ah, you thought it was a new Deepkin model? I know that, I'm sure it's Kirioth. Don't know if you watch him on YouTube, but he was speculating it looks very Slanesh, and he convinced me in that video. But then I am easily convinced. I'd dearly love to see some new Slanesh models. Definitely the Greater Demon needs a bit of love. Just taking a little break whilst that dries. Then we're on to metallics. For anyone that's new to the channel, it's great to have you with us. Don't forget to hit the follow button. I'm streaming 3 days a week, so we've got Sunday afternoon, which is where we are today, and Thursday and Friday evenings. They're the definite days, but the reality is whenever I paint, I'll just chuck the camera on. It could be Deepkin. To be honest, Cryptek, it could just be wishful thinking by me and that Kirioth guy. He had a convincing argument for it being Slanesh. And I guess it is the only god now that they need to really give some attention to. I mean, they've got some good models already, but it's just definitely that Keeper of Secrets needs a bit of attention. Actually, I keep forgetting I need to do the intestines before I do the metallics. So I'll get cracking on that in a moment. I don't even think the Forge World Keeper of Secrets is that amazing. It's not. When you look at what they've done with Well, this great Unclean one even. But some of the new models they're putting out are fantastic. Oh, definitely Cryptek. It'll be joining my collection. I'm going to start doing some Zinch models next because I fancy a complete hue palette change. But Slanesh, oh god, they get that right. What do you think of the new Sister of Battle? I don't think I'll collect the whole army, but I did like the look of that plastic Sister of Battle, the new one they've got. I'm just looking for my deep red that I put somewhere. There we go. Just some scale colour deep red. We'll put a splash of glazing medium. Not too much. I'll tell you what, some of the stuff Games Workshop are pumping out now is fantastic. I'm quite looking forward to Rogue Trader. If nothing else, those large, I don't even know what they are, but the large creatures, certainly the guy with the hatchet, what a phenomenal model. Yeah, that's not a bad shout, to be honest, Cryptek. I've never been into them. I kind of get the frustrations that some people have got. I guess at least they're being faithful to the originals. I'll probably get that one Splash release one that they've demoed, but I don't fancy an army. So hopefully I've gauged this right. I was quite surprised they've gone for the original look with them as well. Guess they're playing it safe. I'm sure it'll fly off the shelves. Just introducing some of this deep red. We'll build it up slowly. Oh yeah, it'll be nothing but sisters. It kind of amazed me because when they first released them, I can't remember what it was now, but they weren't that much of a hit, the original Metals, when they came out. It's like, I guess it's a bit like Squats and stuff, it's gained that cult status. I would dearly love Squats to come back. That Necromunda model got me excited. Because hey, Space Dwarfs, who doesn't want the Space Dwarf? Hard thing with these scale colours is they dry so much of a different colour from what you lay down. So certainly when you first start with them, it's a bit of a curve. It's like that one bit will dry pretty dark. This would be so much easier without the flail on. Necrons harvest everything for fun. Heck, it's the only army that the Tyranids will avoid. Nom nom nom. Good old Tyranids. So are you a dedicated Xenos player? Oh, Nighthorn carriage. Can't remember if I've seen it. Was that unveiled at Warhammer Fest? Right, I'm just going to let that first coat dry. I think I've seen the one Nighthaunt thing that really impressed me. Well, actually, there's quite a few. But there's that model with the ghosts coming off of it, the ghost with the small ghosts. And I just thought some of the models that GW are pushing out for Age of Sigmar now, and what with the second edition on the way, that's why I picked up the Arcanites box, because I think it's now time for me to get into Age of Sigmar. I was one of those salty people that loved fantasy, and I do still love fantasy. But you look at those models now, jeez, they are good. Just wait for this red to dry up a bit. I actually think you're right. I think they made some real misplays when they first brought it out. I don't know if that's just Kirby or whatever influencing it. But by not having maps. But now they've got the maps coming, and the world's starting to feel like a world. And the models, wow, the models. It's like I wouldn't collect an army of them, but the Ideneth Deepkin, just the creativity to have those sea monsters and stuff. They're definitely pushing themselves. It seems like the Death Guard models and the newer classics they're pushing out, really good stuff. Just building up these layers. Check if we've got the paint thin enough. Yeah, will do. Yeah, that's very true. And the rules are really accessible. I've definitely noticed a shift locally for people that are starting to think, actually, yeah, no, maybe it's time to give it a proper go. And I don't think Games Workshop have put a foot wrong in, about 18 months now. Oh, I definitely hear you. What army are you primarily into? I'm guessing Nighthaunts are going to be on your list. Yeah, I'm a bit gutted the Tomb King's disappeared. I like the undead Egyptian thing going on. I guess it's pitched on the Necron territory a bit. You never know, they might bring them back though. I'm hoping they do. They were such a huge part of fantasy. It's definitely starting to feel like a world now. So I built those up, we'll move up to the next tone. Need to plan what I'm going to mix in with it. Probably, let's have a look. Probably some pale flesh if I can find it. Find it? Can't even talk today. Where is my pale flesh? There we go. We'll give it a pretty, hopefully not too chalky. Oh, nice bubble. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go into the purples a bit. Might put some more medium in, to be fair. With a drop of water. Get a nice thin mix together. Yeah, you're definitely right on that Age of Sigmar. The more stuff they release for it, just the models, really, really good. Really good. I need to find a way to start a new army without the wife knowing. It's the hardest bit. Smuggling info from her. So I'm just carrying on building up these highlights on the intestines. Wow, that line was far too harsh. Feather that one out a bit. There we go. Not worth sweating over. I think what would scare me with the Nighthorn is that much black. I've got a love-hate relationship with painting black. I usually try and aim and do off black and cheat the eyes. And only introduce the blacks with some washes. It can work that way. I guess I should just get over my fear and just start layering it up properly. How are you with painting black? Hey, welcome Ginger Mini Painter, good to have you back. Ah, dark brown and red. Actually, yeah, no, that sounds good. To be honest, I'd normally go out of my way to avoid black. It's my nemesis.
Longing to see you again. Oh, how I miss you, my friend. Let's stay together again. I wanna be
Okay, that's past 2 done.
breaking free from never
Just check I'm happy with the lines.
together. You and me forever. Breaking free. We'll be like thunder.
What's the secret, Cryptech? How do you get a good black? Help me get over my fear. Ooh. I am going to have to try that. I am going to give that a go. I've just always found it tough getting a black that I'm happy with. Hardest bit's leaving enough black. For me anyway. I end up faffing around with the highlights too much and then you end up with a grey model. Which isn't great to be. Let's just catch these very edges. I am not overly happy with what I just did there. Easily fixed though. The model airline is fantastic. That German dark grey, yeah, I use that with my blacks, but I chuck a load of wash on and it ends up not being brilliant, to be fair. I'm in max concentration mode. Just pulling these highlights up. Probably want one more afterwards, maybe. Rhinox Tide. Yeah, I'm going to try that. I do need to get over my fear. Guess I could go and build a Deathwatch army. That would force me to get over it. I've just never really painted anything black, I guess. I don't know if it's the conscious avoidance or just not appealing to me. Probably a bit of both. Okay, let's take one final highlight. Try and make this pop, maybe a splash more. Mixing far too much paint, complete waste, but we started with good intentions. In fact, yeah, that's enough paint for an army. That's what I get for being overzealous. So yeah, I do fancy those Death Watch. See, I love a bit of sponge damage. It's the top thing I do on my orcs. Love it. You can just get such good effects with it. Magic finger, there we go. Sorry about the angle if it goes a bit bad. I've definitely warmed to the battle damage, you're right. It makes a real difference. Just gently pulling these lines out, adding a bit of interest. What makes you not satisfied with it, Ginger Mini Painter? Too thick coats. Okay. That's not bad a shout at all, Cryptech. Picking out these little details. I did some sponge damage on the Blade Burst crawler that I painted a little while back, and it's, yeah, you're right, it's that thick paint, definitely makes a difference. It's nice building up from a brown with some metals on top as well. Yeah, don't thin it, Ginger Mini Painter. And then just dab it on like some kitchen roll until most of it's off. Okay, we've got a good half hour left. Let's start on the metallics. Yeah, literally just keep dabbing that sponge down on a paper towel until you see that the pattern that you want to get on the model. So you end up with not much paint left on it, and you might need to restock up on paint more often. But it really does make a difference. Hey, thank you for the follow, Unicorn Testicles. What a name! I'm loving it. My little 3-year-old will be loving that as well, to be fair. Right, I need to get some kitchen roll. One moment, guys. There we go, I'm back. I have kitchen roll. We are in business. Right, back with you. So, probably don't need all the paper I got. Going to introduce some of this metallic back into the sword. But I don't want masses. So we're using the dark metal from Scale Colour. Absolutely love these metallics. Really good. Get most of it off. Just cut back in over the top. Such nice metallic colours. Yeah, definitely Cryptek. So now it's getting this bit done without ruining it. Next to no paint on the brush. I just want the hint on these edges of that metallic coming back in. I'm getting a lot more comfortable with how that's looking. Okay, now the other side. Oh, Scale Colour's fantastic. The metallics. Oh wow, the metallics are good. It's just effortless. Now you can see what this light dry brush does. I like the dark metal because, well, it's dark. But in all seriousness, it just makes things pop. I mean, that sword now. I'm getting a lot happier with how it's looking. Pick some more of that silver up. Being careful to only dry brush in the one direction. Probably picked the wrong one in fairness. There we go, catch those edges. Hey, thank you for the follow, Xani Wow. Oh, definitely do Cryptek. I mean, you can see what it's like on the stream, but it's just so pigmenty and good. Really nice metallics. So do the same on his flail. Oh no, we've got an accident. Okay, we'll fix that in a minute. Be too much. There we go. So a lot of people did these flails as a bone colour. I can't think of anything in the 40k universe that has a skull like that. So with the metallic flail look, we're going to have to fix that in a second. Just want to emphasise the metallic back into it, just a touch. And we'll play with some ink some more. Feels like we're making some good progress today. He is definitely going to be finished, so on stream Thursday we'll be working on something different. You can join me. Just building that silver up. There we go. I'm happy with that. No, sadly not Unicorn Testicles. They said Games Workshop miniature. You in Denmark? I don't know what the shipping would be like from the UK, but I always use Element Games. And if nothing else, I recommend the metallic sets they've got. Really, really good. You've got some fantastic colours in there, like this Viking Gold. And it's almost pearlescent in its quality. Really good stuff. And there's also then the... I forgot what they're called. But the alchemy paints. So you get like the metallic purples and random amethyst colours. Really nice stuff. Hey, thanks Unicorn Testicles. It's just years of following a process. I wish there was some secret art to it. Oh, magnetising, yeah, magnetising is good fun. Can't remember what size magnet I use in the Armiger, but I've always got a bunch of magnets around. I've got the Death Guard Terminators as well. They're completely magnetised with all their arms and weapons. Yeah, definitely go and have a look, and also have a look on the actual scale colour site, because you can order direct from them. And I don't know whether it'd be cheaper to get it shipped from Spain directly to you without the retailer. It will depend on the postage. It's difficult to judge the depth, Crypted. That's the bit I find hardest. But I don't know if I've still got it in here. No, I've probably changed the size. So I just use the pin vise and mostly 2 and 3 mil magnets. The only time I use bigger than 2 or 3 mil. Here we go. So the majority of them. So the Armiger, I believe, was one of the big ones sunk in to the actual head bit. One of those ones. But the primary size I use is this. I want to say it's 2 mil, but the small stack you can see attached to it. They're pretty good for most applications, and so rather than drilling a wider hole, you can just use the pin vise, your 2 mil pin vise, chuck it in there, and if you need more magnetic strength, just stack a few of them up in depth, because they're really thin, they're only 1 mil thick. Yeah, it's definitely a toughie, Cryptech. It's get as long as you get your ones in the body sorted, you can fiddle around with the arms a bit, but it takes an awful long time. I mean, when I did the whole Death Guard, I keep forgetting the name of them, the Blight Lord Terminators. I probably wouldn't do them all again. But if I go over and have a look, let me go find my bits. So, in the cup I've got all of the different arms. Just sunk the magnets in. Don't know if you can see it, but they're all ready to go. And I've also got it so the combi weapons, they've got a little magnet in, so I can change the attachments on the fly in the game. For me, it was more practice of actually pinning and drilling and getting the magnets in. Oh, good question. Magnet Expert. They sell them on Amazon or just straight from the Magnet Expert people, but they're a pretty good price. So definitely, I think 3mm is pretty much the one I mostly use. I want to say 3mm. 2 or 3mm. Both of them are used quite a lot. Sorry, brighten that up quite a bit. Yeah, they're good. They are good. I'm just thinking what's next for us. Some black and fix this arm. I'll tell you, this flail, it's broken so many times. I put it on too early and I've regretted it since. Let's try and get this plastic glue flowing again. Come on, please behave. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, it really doesn't want to get flowing. Let's have a look. There we go. Brilliant. Might have to use some super glue. It's my sausage fingers. I keep hitting everything. Yeah, they're pretty good. I used to order my magnets straight from places like Element Games. And I thought, why not cut out the middleman and just go to a specialist magnet retailer. Really good value, really good value. I just picked up a whole range from them. I got some larger ones that fit in, sunk in the armature nicely. Yeah, it's not a bad site at all, Ginger Mini Penta. Really good site. I like Element Games. There are some places that are slightly cheaper, like Dark Sphere, but the customer service at Element, they've just got no quibble. Really good. Hey, thank you for following Renegade Painting UK. Good to have you with us. Looks like I'm not doing much. I've just dumped some glue in where my sausage fingers have knocked the flail for about the 50th time. It would be with some modelling, so let me go grab it. So I definitely do need to finish him, but it's solidly fixed. If you get a nice hobby saw in there where the joints are, I see no reason why you couldn't model around it. Even on these round bits here, if you cut round it, you can easily swing it round and reposition. I'll probably try it with the second one. And the magnet, you can barely see it, but there's a, I want to say a 2mm, could be a 3mm. Probably 2mm, looks like 2mm. Magnet that's in there, and a much larger one on the top. So, on the other side of the guy, we've got a, that's a much bigger one. It's just built in amongst it. But it's going okay. I do need to finish him off though. I'm not too happy with the bright blue that I've got. I don't know what you think. I was partway through painting him and then I noticed my mum's birthday was coming up and she fancied a Roman soldier being painted, which is why I went off into that scale 75 Roman legionary. But the armature is really good fun. I've got the Imperial Knight sat around here somewhere that's waiting to be started. Sorry, I'm just waiting for this to dry up. I hope I haven't ruined your bank balance, Ginger Mini Painter. It's a dangerous place, Element Games. Let's see how that's drying. We're getting there. Just hold it for a minute longer. And I'll cut them with some black. Ah, yes, you'll definitely need some green stuff. Even with the magnets, I encased them in green stuff. Never had a problem with them falling out on me. But yeah, I definitely think, certainly around those curvy bits on the legs, you could cut around that, and it'll just swing round. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. In fact, I'm surprised I've not seen online more people doing something interesting with them. I got a thought for something with the leg on the next one to be walking off on a rock or something. Just add a bit more. I guess they're not the most dynamic at the minute. They look like they're just slowly striding across the battlefield when they're supposed to be these super quick middle road.
This one goes out to all the brands out there adopting worthy messages just to up their sales.
We're drying nicely. Whilst that's drying, I'm going to find my black. Perfect. We'll mix some of that up. So I guess the killer question for you guys is, what do I move on to painting next? I mean, I've obviously got the base to do. So base is ready for, it's going to have like an acid spill. Going to use some necrotite green. Where's my necrotite green? It's a nice necrotite green. Make this lake look popping. So that's for big guy here. And I'm torn what to do next. I don't know whether to do a Blood Bowl team or go on some Tzeentch demons. I honestly can't make my mind up. I obviously need to finish that armature. So that's probably something I'll do on Thursday's stream. Check how that's drying. Almost there. Tzeentch? Yeah, I think it's got to be. Which model? Pink Horrors, Blue Horrors, Arcanites. I would say Lord of Change, but after this guy, I'm having big model burnout. Let's have a look. I've also got a Changeling that's sat there. So I've got, let's have a look. I've got the Changeling. Pink and Blue Horrors, Lord of Change, or the big Arcanite box with all the Sigmar, or the Sigmar Birdmen. I guess Birdmen's the best way of describing them. I need to get a pole thing set up on here so I can properly pole it out. But yeah, what do you reckon? Do you think Changeling? He might be a good one to jump in and do next. Complete change of palette. Yeah, it's mostly burnout with the Nurgle colours. So I've been painting pretty hard on the Death Guard, and then I started this guy. He's taken far longer than I was expecting. So I went for a real airbrush look all over him, and then thought, no, need to stop being lazy. Let's get out and get some glazing done. So I'm just going to touch up this little black bit. So yeah, if you want to, so Thursday I'll next be on, and I'll get cracking on the Changeling. If you can't join me, I'll make sure I get the video uploaded, if not same day, the day after. I'm quite revved about doing Tzeentch stuff. Never really done them. Always been a Papa Nurgle fan. So I need a bigger brush. Just going to edge in this bit that I missed down in here. I'm going really watery just to let the paint help me out back here. Do a couple of coats. That's what I get for getting, you know, when you get really excited about a model almost, being at that finish stage. So you start sticking it all together and think, ah, what have you done? So let's just grab that up in there. Hopefully not mess too much up in the process. Yeah, I hope so, Cryptek. It's been fantastic having you here. Really good having you here. Hope the rest of your Sunday's good. So we're just blocking this in. Still need to hold that because it's waving loose. It's like the worst fix-it job in the world I've done on it. Okay. Sorry for the angle. It wasn't the best move of me to put the flail back on. Live and learn, eh? Live and learn. Nothing that can't be fixed. There we go. We'll let that dry. And that'll pretty much... Hey, thank you very much, Cryptek, and I'll definitely follow you back because I want to see some of the models you're on about. I love looking at some good weathering. So just having a quick look round, still holding this so it can dry. So we've got 8 minutes left on the stream. Probably not amazing time to start anything new, but what you're seeing now is pretty much a completed Great Unclean one. Still a little bit of work to do on the metallics. Need to work out if I'm going to do these skulls in an actual skull colour, which might be something fun trying. Ah, you're at university. What are you studying? Just inspecting the model whilst I wait for this glue to dry. Need to actually properly let it dry this time. Human biosciences. Man, that sounds intense. So what I'll get done before I hit the hay tonight is make sure this guy's fully finished. Yeah, you are going to save mankind. I was going to say, there's enough bio stuff going around to keep you busy. You're like the anti-Nurgle.
This summer, Sky Sports Cricket is the only place to witness England in action on home soil. See them take on Pakistan in 2
Oh, you can say that again.
ODI and T20 action against Australia.
It's my day job. I work in I'm a consultant in a bank, and yeah, it just goes on hobby. Well, whatever the wife will let me get away with, and whatever I can hide. Oh yeah. But you say that. Think of the amount of hours that you can get out of each model. It's not just the painting, you know, the build and painting time. You've got the playing time afterwards. And there's I think the value proposition is not too bad. I mean, I don't think there's a single cheap hobby, but okay, you know, it's like this guy. He was what, £60, £60, £70, something like that. But I've been cracking on him for weeks now. Admittedly, if I wasn't in work so much, he'd have been done a lot quicker. But it's not bad. The problem is, it's always that next new shiny, the next new shiny thing that comes along that's like, oh, give me the shiny thing. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to painting that. I will do that changeling on Thursday. I think it'll be a good model to get done on stream. Have some airbrush fun with that blue cape. God, it's taking forever to dry. Oh, you could say that again. I was having that debate with one of my work colleagues, and it's you're spending what, £50–60 to go out for a night out, a decent night out. That's not even if you're going for a meal as well. And okay, yeah, you might have a fun time, but most of it just goes, you know, gone. Spend the same on a model, well, keeps you busy for weeks. Oh, I'm sorry about this drying time, guys. It's my sausage fingers hitting things. But he is pretty much done. A few inks just to tie it up and make the sword pull together. I don't know about doing... Would you do those skulls in a bone colour, or would you keep them metallic? I can't make my mind up. I was partially tempted to go down with... make them look like real bone. No, the only way a model can ruin your body is if you have an unhealthy addiction to licking your brush like me. In which case you really don't want to be in scale colour because they taste foul. Keep them metallic? Okay. That's not a bad show, because I guess I could play around with some more inks in amongst them. Ah, that's a good shout. That is a good shout, Cryptech. So I guess it is adding a good amount of contrast right now. Oh, he's definitely getting a Ginger Mini Painter. You could easily get yourself one up like this. There's not a single process that I've done on this guy that's overly difficult. Really, really thin paints. Playing with some pigments, playing with some washes. And the good thing with Nurgle is, I think it might have been Cryptid that was saying it earlier, I don't know, I could be wrong, but you can hide any small mistakes that you make on a Nurgle model really easily. You know, you have a slight brush slip, you can just get some browns, get some reds, make it look... Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with the metals. It's hard to... Let me turn the light down a bit, you might see it a bit better. It's just the brown and the black inks that have really contributed to it. I just realised I've not actually run down there, which I need to. But yeah, it's been really good fun this afternoon, guys. Really, really good fun. It's been great having you with me. So we come up to the magic hour of 6 o'clock. It's my time to get the dinner cooking, get the ladies in my life happy. This guy, he's Age of Sigmar and 40k. So Chaos Demons, you can play them in either system. Yeah, he'd go with your Death Guard minis. You'd be running a Nurgle suit, so you'd need to get the Daemon's Codex to go alongside it, alongside your Death Guard one. But you can do much like I'm doing. So I'm going to have this guy with some, what do you call them, Poxwalkers, not Poxwalkers, Plague Bearers, and some of the Bloat Flies, and that'll be alongside the Death Guard. Yeah, he crosses over. Makes the investment feel a little bit better. Well, guys, It's been really, really good having you here with me today. Hope you can join me on Thursday. If not, Friday. And if not, next weekend. Like I said, I'll upload any streams I'm starting on. And we'll get cracking with the Changeling on Thursday. Have a good Sunday, guys. Thank you very much.